Hello and welcome to Craft with Ronnie. I'm Ronnie Johnson, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today I'm going to share with you a technique. I'm going to start trying to do these videos at least once a week and call it a Technique Tuesday. Today I'm going to work with masking. Masking is a fun and easy way to add some real interest to a card. I'm going to start out with some basic white cardstock and one of the decorative masks. Now, this particular mask, there's 4 of them in the set, and there's several different sets of these, and they're available in the annual catalog. So you're going to need some ink, and you're going to need a blending brush. Now, I have a bunch of these blending brushes, and I just put the color family name on the brush, like red, pink, green, blue, etc. And I can use it with different shades of those colors without contaminating my other ink pads. You're going to pick up some ink, and you notice I put down some scrap paper here because you don't want to make a mess out of your work surface and get it all full of ink. The key to masking is to make sure you start off the paper so you don't end up with any really big, heavy, deep color. Now, one of the things I like to do is I kind of like to highlight the center of my cardstock. So I generally will start more on the center of the card and work back and forth diagonally, put on a little bit heavier layer of ink there. Now, there are a lot of people that think that this technique would probably be really hard on your ink pads and use up a lot of ink, but that just isn't true. It doesn't take a real heavy touch. It's a pretty light touch, and it's really just about moving around so the ink doesn't pool in one spot. So once you have enough ink on one side, or what you think is enough ink, you just do the same thing on the other side. Sometimes you have to hold it in different spots just to keep it all nice and still. This particular ink color is a real favorite of mine. It's one of the new ink colors. It's called Bubble Bath, and it's just a really pretty color. So you can lift it up and see where you're at. And I think I'd like a little more color there in that center. So I'm gonna pick up a little more ink and add a little more. And I also wanted to show that if you picked it completely up and you said, oh, well, I just really think I need a little more over here, it's pretty easy to just line it back up. Get it all lined back up and just add a little more there. And voila. Let me show you a couple of cards that I created using this technique. Should have had them a little closer. Both of these cards were our backgrounds that used that technique and that same mask, and I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. You can see this one's a little bit brighter because of the yellow cardstock. But that's one of the really great things about Stampin' Up! Is the fact that the cardstock, the ink, it all works together. It's all perfectly coordinated. As far as cleaning your little mask, it's pretty simple. Run it under some cold water, wipe it off with a baby wipe. That's really all you need to do with it. To store, put away your blending brushes, I simply make sure I got all the ink out of it, and I just put them in a stand and let them go. So that's it, and I hope you really enjoyed this technique, and I'm looking forward to showing you another one next Tuesday. Have a great day and happy crafting.